All right, guys, welcome back to the NoCoast at home workout. There's a full shot of what we've got. I'll zoom in here for our at home filthy 50. Today is Tuesday, April 7th. There's our full version. All right, let's step back here so we can get untangled. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, here we go. Little fun today. We've got nice big long chipper, filthy 50. This is our at-home version. Kind of took up a lot of space on the board, so I've got our no equipment and basic equipment basically lined up beside each other. We're gonna go through these movements one at a time, and I'll explain what you can do if you have some equipment, and specifically if you don't have any equipment, how you can approach each of these movements. Okay, so there's 10 movements. You can do 50 reps of each. I'll explain scaling this after I get through this. But the workout's 4 times, so 1 time through this. Our first movement is going to be 50 box jumps or stick jumps. So if you have a box, maybe you have a brick wall outside, you have some furniture that's sturdy enough to jump on, okay, do some box jumps. Okay, you're going to 2-foot takeoff, land on top of the box, stand up, and then jump down or step down. Okay, if you don't have a box or something that's sturdy enough to jump on, we're going to do stick jumps. Okay, and we've demoed this before, but all you're going to do is grab a broom. I've got a PVC. Okay, you want that handle. Set it on top of something that's about 24 inches for guys, 20 inches for ladies, or however you need to scale it. If you need to go a little bit lower to get through 50 jumps, then that's totally fine. And you're just going to jump over as 1, back as 2. Okay, trying to get as close to that prescribed height as possible. Okay, again, if it's a little off, not a big deal. If you need to scale it, obviously not a big deal. All right. From there, you're going to go on to 50 jumping pull-ups. Okay, so if you have a pull-up bar, that's great. Let's try to stack some boxes or whatever you need underneath, so that when we stand up on it and we reach up, our wrist is above the bar. Okay, the stronger you are at pull-ups, the closer to your wrist you can go. If you're not as strong as pull-ups, we can go down closer towards your elbow, okay, when you reach up over. Our jumping pull-up, at the bottom of it, we want to dip down so that our arms are straight. Okay, we're going through the full range of motion, and we're going to jump up so that our chin clears the bar, okay? Those are our jumping pull-ups, okay? If we don't have a pull-up bar, you can actually do this on rings as well. If you don't have a pull-up bar, we're going to set up our bar rows. Okay, again, we had a video earlier this. I'll attach that to the be on the whiteboard so you can see your options for that. But setting up I have some kitchen stools. I put my broomstick on. If you have chairs, whatever it is, create a setup so that you can do those supine rows, okay, with a bar. The other version we had, I actually set up just one of these tie downs. I wedged it on top of the door, and then we just did some regulars, almost like ring rows. Obviously, we don't have the rings. We're just kind of wrapping our wrists into the strap. Those versions of that will be on that video. We'll attach that as well, so you see all of this on Beyond the Whiteboard. Okay, those are our options for our jumping pull-ups. Okay. Next, we have 50 kettlebell swings. If you have a kettlebell, obviously going to go with that, okay? This is usually prescribed at a lower weight, so 35 pounds for guys, 26 for ladies. If you ended up grabbing a 53 guys or a 35-pound kettlebell ladies, okay? One thing we can do, instead of doing our full swing, okay, we can just maybe go halfway up or up to eye level, okay? That's a way we can scale a little bit heavier weight for the amount of reps that we have, okay? If you're comfortable going all the way up with a heavier weight, and you want to complete the 50 reps, you're more than welcome to do that, okay? The other thing that we can do for kettlebell swings, okay, if you don't have a kettlebell, we can grab your dumbbell, okay, grab one head of it or one end of it, and we'll go through the swing the same way, okay? I was trying to mess around a little bit with, I know some of you guys took some sandbags from the gym. If you grab onto that single handle, you may need to load it up a little bit heavier just because we're not going to be able to go overhead with it. But we can do kettlebell swings that way. I tried this, not quite. It's not too bad. Okay, you might want to keep it a little lighter if you're going to do that. A little flimsy as you go overhead, so be careful of that. Make sure you practice it before you jump into those, all right? If we don't have anything, we don't have any weight, we're gonna do hip bridges, okay? And so a hip bridge, we're down on the ground. We're gonna put our feet flat on the ground. You can actually dig your heels into the ground so that we are using your posterior chain and we're just driving our hips up to the ground, okay? Hold for a second or two. Make sure we squeeze our butt as we go up and then go through 50 of those, okay? Make sure I'm hitting these scaling options as well as we go. Okay, so once we get our 50 kettlebell swings or hip bridges, we've got 50 walking lunges, okay? Remember our walking lunge, we want our back knee to hit the ground, not using our arms. Keep your hands on your hips if you want. Stand up out of it and keep going, okay? If we don't have room to do walking lunges, we can do step back lunges. So just taking a step back, and we'll do these in place, okay? Next, we have 50 knees to elbow. All right, so for those of you who have the pull-up bar or the rings, obviously we can do some knees to elbow. If we need to scale that, knees to chest is fine. And if we don't have any equipment, we can do some sit-ups, okay? Cool, all right. Next, 50 push press, okay? 50 push press, if you have an empty barbell, we can use an empty barbell for this, okay? If you have your sandbag, all right, front rack, and just make sure we keep our elbows high, the bag up on your biceps. We can do the push press that way. And for those of you guys who have the dumbbell or a kettlebell, we're gonna get 50 reps on doing one arm, okay? And you can switch back as often as you like. If you wanna do 25 and 25, or 10s all the way up, however you wanna split it up between your right and your left, you're welcome to do that. Remember, just a reminder, for the kettlebell, we want that kettlebell sitting on the outside of our forearm. You wanna pull your knuckles in under your chin. You can use this arm for some support, okay? And our push press will be that way, okay? For those of you who don't have equipment, all right, we're gonna do push-ups. These push-ups can be incline push-ups, push-ups from your knees, or obviously push-ups on your toes, okay? 50 reps. Next, we have 50 good mornings, okay? Again, depending on what equipment you have your empty barbell, bar sits on your back, and just go down as far as you can to maintain a straight back, and you'll end up feeling some weight, or a stretch in your hamstrings, okay? Excuse me. So yeah, that's your barbell. If you have your sandbag, throw your sandbag on your back. If you have a dumbbell or kettlebell, I'll demo both of these. They can both sit on your back. Might be a little bit tougher, probably won't be that bad. Maintain that just on your shoulders and go through your 50 good mornings. Okay, kettlebell's a little tougher. I was actually messing around with this one. Hands on the outside. We're gonna go on our back, okay? And same thing for our good mornings, okay? If you don't have weight, just hands on your hips and just work through good position. nice flat back, and get as much range of motion out of it as you can, okay? All right, from our good mornings, typically this is 50 wall balls, okay? So if you actually have a wall ball, you have a med ball, you can do wall balls, but I put 50 thrusters, okay? Again, barbell sandbag, front racket, full squat, and press, okay? 50 thrusters. If you have, our single kettlebell or dumbbell, it's same as a push press, okay? You're gonna alternate arms as often or on, split the reps up as you want, as often as you want, okay? So that'll be our single arm. Excuse me. All right, if you do not have equipment, we're gonna do jumping squats, okay? So full squat, jump at the top, okay? Accelerate out of the bottom of that squat. From there, 50 burpees, okay? This is our traditional burpee. We want our chest to touch the ground. When we get back up, jump and clap your hands over your head, okay? You can jump out and jump in. You can step out, step in, a combination. However you get down and up is up to you, okay? Last one is gonna be 50 double unders with your jump rope, okay? If you don't have double unders, you can do 100 singles, or you can do some combination of the two, okay, to get your reps done. And if you do not have a rope, we'll do jumping jacks, okay? 50 jumping jacks to finish up, all right? So that is our no equipment and basic equipment workout for today. Chippers usually are a lot of fun, okay? So try to come up with some cool ways to improvise if you need to with some of these movements. And if you have something cool that we haven't done in the gym before, definitely take a video or take a picture of it and post it on our Facebook. I'd love to see it, okay? From there, let's actually tackle our full equipment workout. So this is for those of you who have pull-up bar, barbell, wall ball, kettlebell swing. I think that's probably all you're gonna need, your jump rope. For this one, we've got 30 box jumps, okay, 24 or 20 inches. We're gonna do 30 chest to bar pull-ups. Okay, if you don't have chest to bar pull-ups, you need to do chin over, that's fine. But we go through pull-ups. 30 kettlebell swings. We're looking to go heavier on the kettlebell. So if you have options at your house, choose the heavier option. 30 front squats. These barbell movements are all going to be, what do I got over here for scaling? 45 to 50% of your 1 rep max push press. Okay, I have some numbers here. 115 for guys, 85 for women. Definitely don't go over those weights. But you can dial this workout in, individualize it a little bit more for you if you go about 45 to 50% of your 1 rep max push press, okay? So front rack, your barbell, 30 front squats. We're gonna jump up on the bar for 30 toes to bar. Back to the barbell, we've got 30 push press and then 30 deadlift, okay? You're keeping the same weight on the bar for all 3 of these barbell movements. Okay, once you're done your deadlifts, we've got 30 wall ball, we've got 30 burpees, and then we're finishing with 100 double unders. Okay, we kind of just went through scaling options up here, so I'm not gonna spend any more time on this full equipment option. What I do want to do is jump over to our barbell strength. Excuse me. Yesterday, we did a gymnastic strength. We talked about our gymnastics program that we're going to run through the month at home. But every Tuesday this month, we will have some barbell strength, and it's kind of a choose your own adventure. Okay, so whatever your weakness is as far as barbell strength goes, okay, so our options are going to be back squat, front squat, overhead squat, or deadlift. Okay, our basic lifts, power lifts. Pick one that you think you feel your weakness at, your weakest at, okay, and try to get better at it throughout the month. Okay, today we're doing 9 rounds. You're going to do a lift or a set every 2 minutes, and we're going to alternate between 5 rep, 3 rep, and 1 rep. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, set your clock, 3, 2, 1, go. Have your weight already warmed up to where you want to start. You're going to do 5 reps. Add a little bit of weight, okay? On the 2-minute mark, you're going to do a 3 rep. Add a little bit more weight. On the 4-minute mark, you're going to do a 1 rep, okay? Peel the weight off, and we go through that cycle another 2 times. Hey, Greg, can you, just sit right there, buddy, for me, okay? Hang tight. No, don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Okay. Okay, so through that cycle 3 times, again, choose your weakness as far as what squat or deadlift you want to put on the bar for it. Okay. Hey, do you want to come sit on these? Yeah, sit there. Cool, man. All right. What else do we got here? Our cash out is handstand work every Tuesday. We've been programming some handstand work for our cash outs. We'll continue doing that. Okay, so for just spend 10 minutes working on either handstand holds, handstand push-ups, handstand walks, okay, wherever you're at, your skill level's at, okay, if it's just handstand holds and you need to wall walk up, or just get on your hands, okay, in that overhead position or inverted position, that's perfect, okay. If you're somebody who's starting to practice some walks, let's do that. For the handstand push-ups, okay, reminder that we can do handstand negatives, if we need to. Okay, we don't quite have handstand push-ups. We're trying to work on that. Handstand negatives are an awesome way to build that strength. Okay. The only thing I don't have on the board today is our warm-up. I ran out of room, so what we're going to do, we're going to go for a 400 to 800 meter run. Grayson, don't touch. We're going to go for a 400, 800 meter run. When you get back, if you need to jump back to one of the previous videos, we're going to go through our arm circles, bear hugs, arm swings, torso twists. Okay, those are all of our upper body stretches. We're going to go through our basic toe touch, quads, lunges. Okay, and then we're getting down to the ground for Spider-Man and Spider-Man lunge and push up to downward dog. Okay, it's our last one. Any other stretching that you need to, Grayson, don't touch. Any other things that you need to throw in? As far as mobility goes, go for it, okay? Make sure that you feel loose, you feel good to start warming up. And then you're just basically gonna go through and get about 10 reps or so of each of these movements, okay? Stay in order, give yourself a little break. So set your box up, get 10 or so box jumps, make sure you stretch your calves out, and then take a little break while you start setting up your jumping pull-ups or your row or whatever you're gonna do for there. Take a little break. Go grab your kettlebell, maybe do some straight leg deadlifts, some half swings, get into some full swings, okay? Get some walking lunges, all right? Walk through, get at least 10 reps of each of these in order, okay? That will continue to help us get a little sweat going, get our heart rate up, get warmed up, and by the time you get all 10 movements warmed up, we should be ready to go.